What up, world? Welcome to an episode of BrandonJaneauShow. As you know, I am BrandonJaneau, and like always on all podcast platforms everywhere, BrandonJaneau Show. Social media platforms, Instagram, Threads, BrandonJaneau, Facebook, The BrandonJaneau Show, and of course TikTok, BrandonJaneau Show. Go follow me on all of those social media platforms. So many episodes that have come out. Hopefully we kick off May the right way. Here we go. Um, so let's get into it, man. But like always, YouTube channel, BrandonJaneauShow. Go follow, subscribe to my YouTube channel, BrandonJaneauShow. Uh, comment, uh, comment. Helps an algorithm as you like the vids, everything, man. So, um, this is gonna be fun. This is wrestling life. I haven't done an episode this week, so I had to get back on here and talk about some good old wrestling, man. Wrestling, uh, this upcoming week with wrestling. Um, got Backlash coming up soon. Uh, got you know quick turnaround with Stand Deliver. I'm trying to deliver. Oh, jeez. Battleground with NXT. Double or Nothing with AEW. Saturday night main event. Uh, so let's get into it, man. Want to kick it off with this. So I have said a lot of things, right, on this show, particularly this show, right? And I've said some other things on my family show. Shout out to Straight Through the Ropes. One thing I have been very open about is that I am not a fan of the John Cena Randy Orton rivalry. I think people give it a little bit too much steam and make it seem like it's the greatest rivalry of the generation. It wasn't. There haven't been too many matches that I can tell you straight out that I'm like, yeah, it was the best matches of all. Like, they have never had like even John Cena's had some classics. Like John Cena's had classes. It wasn't like Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam 2013. It hasn't been like John Cena, CM Punk, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank 2011, or even John Cena and CM Punk in 2013. Like it wasn't. They have never had that type of caliber of match. Like they've been okay in the ring. I think as they've gotten older, it's been better matches because I think they now know how to work the styles that they kind of have been. But what we've all assumed would happen has happened. John Cena is going to fight Randy Orton for the WWE Championship at Backlash. I have never been more tired. And the match ain't even happened yet. The match ain't even fucking happened yet. I am not a fan of this rivalry. I am not. I think people, like I said, I think people throw gasoline on it a little bit too much for my liking. I think people lie to themselves and act like this rivalry is great, and it's not. It's not. I think because of the nostalgia of it, we all know the story between John Cena and Randy Orton. They both came in together in 2002. They even wrestled in OVW together and all this other shit. But you can't tell me one time where they had a great matchup. Like it was just I can even give you some matches. They had a match in 2014 at Hell in a Cell to determine who was gonna fight Brock Lesnar. That was an okay match. That was good. They've had some other ones. I think the I Quit match they had was fucking crazy and nuts. They had, I think, even an Iron Man match. It was pretty good. But like they've never had like a super crazy great matchup. Like even John Cena's had matches with Edge. He's had matches with Edge, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens. I can name matches for John Cena. Better fucking rivals for John Cena than Randy fucking Orton. And I think people lie to themselves and say, oh no, it's the greatest rivalry. No, it's not. No, it's not. Why are you lying? I don't understand it. I don't understand the lie. This match is gonna suck. This match is gonna suck. This match is gonna suck. I'm not a fan of it. I am not. I am not a fan of this match. I'm not a fan of this match. I am not. I am not a fan of this match. I don't give a shit what people say. Uh, this is the main event of a pay per view, by the way, like of a PLE. Oh, this shit is gonna suck. Because of how old, John Cena is, the style of match he has to work now. Randy Orton also being in his 40s, like, bro, this is going to be the most slow paced match I've ever seen in my life. It's gonna be like two turtles, like just trying to compete, like two turtles. Like it's just, this shit is gonna be so fucking boring. It's oh my god, this can't go 20 minutes. It cannot go 20 fucking minutes. It just cannot go 20 minutes. I refuse to believe that they think this is a good idea. Can it be can John Cena pull a Randy Orton on him like he did at fuck was that pay per view? Could he pull a Randy Orton on him on John? Can John Cena pull a Randy Orton where he knows he can't beat Orton, so he's just like fuck it and slap the ref in the face? And Randy Orton's like, you son of a bitch, like you son of a bitch, and we get a rematch at Saturday Night Main Event, which I hope we don't do that, but that's pretty much where I think we're going because you don't throw a match like this out there if you don't think you're gonna get something back. I don't think we're gonna get a finish. I think John Cena is just gonna do what Randy Orton did to him a couple years ago, a decade ago, slap the ref in the face, and Randy Orton's gonna be like, motherfucker. And then we're gonna get a match at a Saturday Night Main Event to really wrap up this whole situation. And I think that's when you see Cody Rhodes. I think that's when you finally actually see Cody Rhodes. I think Cody Rhodes comes back at Saturday Night Main Event. But to have that match, yeah, oh my god, this match is gonna suck. This match is gonna suck. It's gonna be fucking boring as shit, and I don't give a fuck what anybody say. This is gonna be a boring ass match. Oh my god, I can feel it. I can feel the boring. I can I can feel the non give a fuck in me. Like I could feel I don't care. I can just feel it. Like I don't care. Oh God, I don't care. I don't care. Watching how John Cena, I've been said this, man. John Cena is not John Cena like we grew up on. Like he's slower in the ring. He has to work a certain pace. And then on top of that, Randy Orton has always worked a methodical pace. It's always been very slow and methodical. Yeah, he has his moments, but this shit is gonna be boring. Oh my god. You thought WrestleMania main event was fucking boring. Oh my god, this shit's gonna be boring. Oh good god. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. I'm not looking forward to this match. I am not looking forward to this match. Speaking of backlash, so one match is completely dead in the water. Everybody was gassing themselves up and being like, "Oh man, CM Punk and Roman Reigns teaming up to go against Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins." That shit is not happening now. It's not happening now. Uh, we now know that that is not happening. Uh, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Lord have mercy. Roman Reigns is officially taking his vacay. I know you're saying, didn't this nigga just have a vacation? Yes, this nigga just had a vacation. We know. But he is taking another vacation. Nah, he will not be back. He will not be back. They say it's a money in the bank. Um, I, I fucking guess, man. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I fucking guess. Uh, I fucking guess. I don't know what y'all want me to tell you. This brings me to a bigger problem because it seems that we kind of now also know what the situation is going to be, which is Jey Uso is going to fight Logan Paul. Now, my thing with this is that I don't think you need to put that on Backlash. If you put that on Backlash, it'd be the dumbest fucking thing to do. Because why are you putting it on Backlash? Why? Um, Backlash does not need crazy fucking matches. Give me four, and we're done. Like I don't need super crazy matches. Now we got three already announced. We got John and Randy Orton. We got Laura and Becky and Gunther and Pat McAfee, which I think is gonna actually be the best match of the whole fucking card. But which is a lot of people just. I don't think people are ready to admit that, but I think that's gonna be literally the best fucking match on the whole fucking card. But yeah, man, I just this is what I want to say about this. I see a lot of people now getting I won't say mad, but I see a lot of people now being like, I'm getting tired of Logan Paul. And here's the thing about a guy like Logan Paul, right? His character is not a character. That's who he is. But now we have watched him wrestle. The match at WrestleMania with AJ Styles was just fucking boring. It was cool, but it was boring because I think he tried to like play into the crowd too much. I don't know who the fuck told him to go 15-20. Like I don't know who did that. Like they did not need to go 15-20. They were trying to tell a story when there was no story. It was just like you didn't need to have a long fucking match. It was just like there's no story. There's no story. There's nothing there. Why are we having this match? I didn't understand it. You literally threw a match together and thought that because they're wrestlers, they could just go out there. Well, AJ's a wrestler and Logan Paul's really good in the ring. You just thought they could just go out there and just have a WrestleMania match. And it was just like, no, this shit is boring. This is why I say I wouldn't have Jey Uso versus Logan Paul at Backlash. What's the story? See, here's the thing about the crown jewel match that Logan Paul had with Roman Reigns. They actually built it for a couple of weeks. You're not about to throw in Jey Uso and Logan Paul for no fucking story. That's just stupid. This match is gonna suck. And it is not because Jay can't go in the ring or Logan can't go in the ring. It's gonna suck because there's no reason for it. There's no reason for it. And I get why Triple H is probably doing it. That's two reasons for why Triple H is probably doing it and booking it. One reason is to keep Jey Uso over and get the internet to finally shut the fuck up and give Jey Uso some love because he knows how much the internet does not like fucking Logan Paul. And the second reason is because he thinks that Jey Uso needs a match that shows that he's a champion. He can be the world heavyweight champion. That's what I think he's trying to prove here. The problem with that shit is I don't think you need Logan Paul for that. I don't think you need Logan Paul for that. I think that this match, it's just gonna be a match, and no matter how they try to sell it, it's just gonna be boring, which is gonna make fans want you to speed up Jey Uso dropping about faster. I don't see the point of it. Like I just don't understand the decision making of that. I'm trying to wrap my head around why you think this is a good idea, which brings me to a bigger problem, which is part-time wrestlers. Logan Paul doesn't have time to do. Logan Paul doesn't have time to be really doing uh be on TV every year. You got John Cena and Randy Orton. John Cena is not going to be there every fucking you know TV show. You got Roman Reigns taking breaks and shit. CM Punk wasn't even on TV, which I get because he's probably selling the effects of the attack. But now we know Roman Reigns is not even gonna be on TV until June. Like the fuck are we doing? Like these fucking part-time wrestler shit is getting fucking annoying. Like it's so bro, I thought it was different when under Triple H, but it's the same shit. It's like you giving me part fucking timers. I get Cody and Gunther, they need breaks. They carry the fucking belts for damn near Cody definitely a year. Gunther damn near close to a year. But Gunther had his moments where he wasn't even on fucking TV to sell stories. It's just like it's to the point now. It's just like I get that you got to give these wrestlers breaks, and I understand that because they need it. But this shit hasn't gotten better under Triple H. They still rely on these fucking part-time wrestlers. You want to give Jey Uso a fucking match? Have him wrestle Sammy. Have him wrestle Sammy, bro. Like if Sammy don't have to turn heel, you can have Jay and Sammy just have a match for the World Championship. We know the story. He respects Sammy enough to give him a match, and then Jay can still go over. Yeah, now will people be pissed off about it? By it? Fuck yeah, people be very pissed off about it. But at least you could sell that fucking match. And then on top of that, it's a guy that could give Jay a fucking match. Like I said, it's a guy that could give Jay a fucking match. Or Karrion Cross, who still needs to kind of get a little bit more TV time than what the fuck he's been given. But if you gave Jay Karrion Cross can go in the ring. He can go in the ring. Like, if you're just going to throw a fucking match together. And why is Logan Paul getting a title match when all he did was beat AJ Styles, who hasn't been in a title picture in like 3 years? Why is Logan Paul getting a title match? Like the logic gaps are fucking terrible. Like, why is Logan Paul getting a title match? He ain't done shit. He lost an elimination chamber, and all he did was beat AJ Styles. That's it. It's not like he has beaten anybody of contention. So what are we doing? I'd rather have given Sami Zayn that match against Jey Uso. I'd rather that be the story to tell. I like what you're doing with Sammy, which is pretty much putting him in the storyline with Seth Rollins, which making him more of a fucking face. But I would like to have Sammy actually have to fight Jay. This is stupid. I don't like the match. I don't think it's a good idea. Like I said, I don't think they're gonna have it at Backlash. If they do, it's stupid. Why would you do it? I don't because again, is Logan Paul gonna be on TV next week? If he's not gonna be on TV next week, why the fuck would you put a match on Backlash, which is next Sunday or next Saturday? That don't make no sense. So next Saturday, you expect us just to believe that Logan Paul and Jey Uso should just have a title match? No build, no nothing, no story, no nothing, just a match. Give me something, bro. You do it at Saturday Night Main Event, which I think they will, because you need a main event for Saturday Night Main Event. Outside of if you're gonna go with the John Cena Randy Orton maybe rematch at Saturday Night Main Event, but you still need a match on Saturday Night Main Event that will draw people to come and watch the show. But these part-time wrestling shit is getting on my nerves. This shit was bad under Vince. It's not as bad under Triple H, but there's no reason for Logan Paul to fucking have a title match. Like I'm just like I'm done with this. I'm done with the Logan Paul experiment. I'm tired of people sitting there trying to tell me, well, he's only in WWE because he brings eyeballs. Get the fuck out of here, man. You telling me you can't keep eyeballs on the TV set, bro? Fuck out of here, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't understand this. The Logan Paul experiment has died. We can move on. It's over. He's been in WWE for how long now? It's over. It's finished. Put the shit to bed. There's so many young up and coming wrestlers that we can go to. You got Brian Breaker now with Seth Rollins. Who I think is going to actually end up beating Jey Uso for the belt. I actually think Brian Breaker is going to actually win Money in the Bank. Um, yeah, I'm just watching this, and I'm like, why is Logan Paul getting a fucking title match? It's like, what did he do? The fuck did he do? Like, it's like I don't understand why Logan Paul is getting a title match when he didn't do shit to get it. He beat AJ Styles. When's the last time AJ Styles was in a title match picture? I'm just trying to understand the logic behind the Logan getting the title match. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm just not with this shit no more. I'm like, come on, man. Like there are so many other people you could be investing in. Karrion Cross, Sami Zayn. There are so many other fucking people you could be investing in. Chad Gable, Penta, Finn Balor. Like there's so many other fucking wrestlers on that roster that should be getting a title match before fucking Logan Paul. Fuck out of here, dude. Fuck out of here. Ah, God Almighty. Um. So I got to think, right? I got a feeling. I got a feeling that Evolution 2, the women's pay per view, the all women's pay per view, is going to be the best pay per view that WWE puts together all year. If they do it, I think it's going to be the best pay per view they put together all year because the NXT women, Raw, SmackDown, kind of TNA will probably be a part of it. I can easily see that pay per view being the best pay per view that WWE puts together. Easily. Easily. It's not even close. Um, and you start to see it, them trying to now bring up, Stephanie and Roxanne and Julia slowly. Um, a couple of weeks ago, you had Stephanie and Io have a match. I don't know what you do I don't know what you do at Evolution for them. Maybe you give Roxanne, no, no, uh, Rhea Ripley and Io another title match, and that's the main event of the pay per view. Maybe you do Tiffany and Naya at also Evolution 2. Maybe Stephanie and Jordan, if she's, you know, still on the roster, if she hasn't been moved up yet, or if she doesn't beat her by now. But yeah, I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do. I'm assuming Liv is going to be back before we look up, but I don't know what you do with Evolution 2. But I do know that it's going to happen, and it's going to be the best pay per view on the entire calendar for WWE. I can easily tell you that because there's way more intriguing storylines for women right now than with the men. There are, they are. For people also saying that Brian Breaker and Seth Rollins needs to, you know, do another, bring another person into the group. I've said this a number of times. If you're gonna do another person into the group, it better be a woman. I don't think we need another dude. And everybody keeps throwing in this damn thing and they keep saying, man, they go get Austin Theory. You don't know what the fuck you want this kid to be. Y'all want him to be you don't know if you want him to be a face or a fucking heel. That's a heel faction. So if he's a heel, he's gonna have to turn back heel. Who the fuck does he turn heel on? Grayson Waller? I don't like Grayson Waller. I don't give a fuck about that kid. Who is he turning heel on, nigga? Like it just y'all are just like throwing shit. That's why I feel like they're not gonna do a third person. What the fuck is the point? Sets the mind, pause the mind, sets the vision. Brian is the future. Brian is the future already. What the fuck you need another future for? You already have a future. It's Brian Breaker. What the fuck is the point of bringing somebody else into the group? It doesn't make any logical sense. You're gonna bring Austin Theory into the group. Why? He's not going as far as y'all think he's going, bro. It's over. Put that shit to bed. Like I don't understand that shit. Like y'all really think Austin Theory is going to get over at some point? They have not turned him face yet for no reason. He's Austin. Think about this for a second. If y'all really think Triple H knows that Austin Theory can get over and he's good in the ring and all this shit, then why hasn't he done it yet? All of the problems you have right now, everybody's a goddamn heel, damn near. You telling me you don't need another face in the company? You telling me you can't put Austin Theory versus Dominic Mysterio at some pay per view or something? Of course you fucking can. But they haven't done it. Why? Because Triple H just doesn't see that kid that way. Vince did, but that's it. Like I think that people that are sitting there saying, "Oh man, you know, I think Austin Theory should join the group." Why? What's the logical thought process of it? Why? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't think the group needs another member. If they do, go woman, go woman. You know, Roxanne Perez. I think Roxanne will fit that group perfectly. Two future legendary wrestlers, Brian for the men, Roxanne for the women. But you need another person in that group if you're gonna bring a woman in, and that's Becky. So I don't know, but yeah, I don't understand that. I understand the logic of that situation. Um, last night, listen, that was a great match last night between Adam Heyman Page and Kyle Fletcher. That was a great match. I see a lot of people now saying, "Man, let Adam Heyman Page win against Will Ospreay." I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Will Ospreay's gonna win. I think Will Ospreay's gonna keep the belt. I mean, go to All In, and he's gonna be John Moxley. It just works that way. It works that way. Let it be that way. I think it's a better way if they do it that way. Just do it that way. I get it. Hangman Page has kind of been getting screwed over, and you feel like it's time for him to get the belt back. I get it. But Will Ospreay, if you don't do it now, then when you go do it? If you don't pull a trigger now on Will Ospreay getting the fucking belt, then when are you gonna do it? Because I don't see a point of when you're gonna physically do it if you don't get the belt to Will Ospreay at some point. If Will Ospreay don't win his belt at some point in the near future, what the fuck did you bring him in for? Just to have matches? You're bringing him in to be the face of your company at some point, and at some point, he's gotta be the face of the fucking company. I feel like you need to get the belt. You need to let Will Ospreay win this match. You need to let Will Ospreay win this match at all at Double or Nothing. What's pissing me off about AEW more than anything on this planet, what's pissing me off about AEW is MJF and his bullshit storyline with the Hurt Syndicate. I am so pissed off about this fucking uh, storyline. It's stupid. We all know where this is leading. Cedric Alexander is eventually going to come to AEW, and he's going to join the Hurt Syndicate. You're just trying to test this the four group faction shit with MJF. We know where this is actually going. Now, if you can't sign this man, it's kind of a little weird. But and I get it. You're because I think he had like a 90-day clause. So like, what is it? He got released what, like February, January, February. So he should be coming up on his consign waiver, right? He should be coming up on he can sign soon. But we know what's going on. He is going. Cedric Alexander is going to join the Hurt Syndicate. We know this. Why is MJF in the storyline? Anybody? Anybody? Why? MJF is one of my favorite wrestlers in AEW. Since the moment I saw the man cut the promo with CM Punk in the ring, the man became one of my favorite wrestlers. He became one of my favorite wrestlers. So to see one of my favorite wrestlers get fucked over like this, get looked made like a bitch last night, like I was just like, bro, what the fuck are they doing? I don't know how long MJF got on his contract. I have no clue, but I do know one thing: he is going to boat his ass to WWE as fast as he fucking can once he gets the fuck out that deal. That shit is ridiculous. Hopefully he stays healthy because you know how it is with Tony Khan. If you get hurt, I'm gonna add time to your contract, even though your shit should have just ran the fuck out. Anyway, I don't understand this shit. I hate that storyline. What a passion. I hate that fucking storyline. I despise that fucking storyline. Because it's only leading to a fucking six-way tag at some point. Just who the fuck is going to be the horses? I'm assuming FTR is going to be the horses with MJF to go up against the Hurt Syndicate. Because MVP's not wrestling. Get the fuck out of here. Like I said, at some and by the time All In happens, Cedric Alexander should be out of the 90 days clause. So you could build the match that way. But I just hate this dumbass thing y'all doing with MJF. I just think it's so fucking stupid. I do not like it. It sucks. Please stop doing it. It just doesn't work. Somebody is gonna get in my comments and say, "Oh, that's good storytelling." Shut the fuck up. No, it's not. No, it's not. Stop it. Oh, WWE did it. WWE ain't doing it. I'm talking about AEW. AEW. Why the fuck do y'all always gotta bring up WWE? I'm talking about y'all promotion. Your fandom. This is a stupid fucking storyline. It just doesn't fucking work. The fact that this is coming on a year since MJF returned and had that crazy ass come out against Adam Cole, put this motherfucker down, and turn and said in the promo that he's the devil himself. He doesn't need any help. He's coming back. You know, he's not going to do what he did last time. He doesn't need any friends. A year later, this motherfucker's trying to get into the Hurt Syndicate. This motherfucker literally said, "I don't need anybody." A year ago in his return promo, and now he wants to be in a fucking Hurt Syndicate. A year later, but you ain't need anyone. Now you're trying to be in a fucking Hurt Syndicate. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. That's a stupid ass fucking thing. I'm done. That's just stupid. Fuck out of here. I just don't like stupidity. That's just because that storyline just sucks. It fucking sucks. Mercedes Monet is gonna be Jamie Hayter. Get this shit out of the way. Mercedes Monet is gonna be Jamie Hayter. She's gonna be her. There's two roles you can take here with this. You can do the obvious role, which is Mercedes beats Jamie Hayter, and she fights Tony Storm at All In. Or you can do the other role, which a lot of people hope is the role that everybody's taking, but I don't think that's a really good role either because I don't think I don't think that it makes any logical sense to have Athena versus Mercedes again. What's the point? She beat her. Now you can sit here and lie and say, "Well, she rolled her up. She had her tight." Whatever, man. That's not fucking true. But whatever. Float your boat. That's not gonna happen. Athena's not gonna come out and screw Mercedes. Why? The fuck is the point? Why? They had a match. It was a great match. But what's the point of having it again? It's over. Let it die. I think Mercedes should just be Jamie Hayter outright. Get it over. Get it done. And then have her fight Tony Storm at All In. and have Tony Storm be the first person to beat Mercedes. That makes more sense because what you need for Mercedes' character is a deflation. You need her to feel deflated. You need it. The reason for why I say Tony Storm needs to be the one to beat Mercedes because they're your only two women in that division in that fucking company that actually people even give a fuck about. And I know somebody stupid is gonna be like, "No, people care about Jamie Hayter. People care about Megan Bain. People, shut the fuck up." There's only two women in that company people give a fuck about, and that's Tony Storm and that's Tony Storm and that's Mercedes Monet. Outside of that, yeah, you probably care about Jamie Hayter. Yeah, you probably care about Harley Cameron if they had something to care about. I This is how I would do it. I would Tony Storm beat her clean at All In, and then the story would be Mercedes Monet obsessing over the fact that she cannot beat Tony Storm to the point where she's like, I gotta win that belt. I gotta get that belt. Which moves into, does she drop the TBS title? Does she drop the TBS title to get to the AEW championship? Or do you have a championship versus championship? Which where Mercedes will obviously win both belts because she's not taking two losses. And that's the thing about it. Like I'm trying to sit here and think, if we get the Athena Mercedes 2 match, she's not losing twice. That's why I don't think it's a logical thought process. I don't think that's a good idea because she's not losing twice. She's not gonna take even if it is a fucked up finish and Mercedes got screwed by Athena. She's not gonna lose twice in two pay-per-views. That shit ain't happening. That shit ain't happening. So the reasoning behind her fighting for the fighting Athena for the TBS title doesn't make any logical sense because she's not dropping a belt. So what's the point? But have her lose to Tony Storm at All In, and it will immediately make her feel like, oh shit, maybe I'm not the best. Maybe I'm not the best woman wrestler in AEW. There's somebody better than me. And now her character, her feeling, everything about her obsession and now she actually has a new level to her character. She isn't undefeated Monet no more. She isn't just this five-time champ. She now looks at those belts as like hollow because she can't beat the one. She can't get the one that matters the most in AEW. Now, does that make the TBS title look very insignificant in a sense? Fucking title belt's already insignificant. Who gives a fuck? But if she drops it, or if she drops the belt, but if she drops the belt, let's say she drops the belt, right? Let's say she drops the belt. Um, I don't think she's losing that belt because she just. I think the decision would be this. This is how I think the story is gonna go. Mercedes gonna be Jamie Hayter at Double or Nothing. She's gonna lose to Tony Storm at All In, that's what I would do. I would not give Mercedes the victory at All In over Tony Storm. That's just stupid. Why? This is your two biggest women in the company, and you just fucking gave the matchup right then and there. Mercedes needs another character. She needs a layer to her character. She just fucking doesn't have it. She has no layer to her character outside of just being fucking 5-belt Monet and 4-belt Monet and undefeated. Have her lose to Tony Storm, and now you have an actual level to her character because now she has a fucking obsession. She is like, fuck that. I have to prove I'm the best women's wrestler in AEW. How do I do that? By getting that fucking belt to the point where she just forgets the other titles, but she keeps the TBS championship. And she tells Tony, to really prove that I'm the best and you're the best. Championship versus championship at World's End. That's what I would do. I would have that match be the last, and that would be the fucking main event, World's End, for me. Build the fucking storyline. I don't think you need to jump right back into the rematch at all out. Fuck no. Build it. You like she wins the matches and she just like this shit doesn't matter to me anymore. Like she starts to realize like this shit don't matter to me. I need to be the champion of AEW. And that's how you make your story. And it would be creative and it would actually be a fucking storyline for the women's title. Like it would actually be a fucking storyline. Like it would be like, okay, there is something to this. But yeah, I that would be the storyline. To me personally, that would be the best because that would actually be a fucking storyline. But to have that be, you know, that would actually be a storyline. I think that would be a way better fucking storyline than what the fuck we've been getting. Mercedes will actually have a level to her character now because she isn't undefeated anymore. That she's not the best women's wrestler in AEW. So what is she? Now she's obsessed with being it. Now she's like, fuck that. I gotta beat her. That's a way more intriguing storyline. I think that's a way better storyline. And it would actually make people actually give a fuck about Mercedes. Because now she actually has a level to her character that makes fucking sense. It makes fucking sense. Yeah. Right now, wrestling's in an interesting place. Now some people are saying that this is kind of like the WrestleMania lull in wrestling. Not a lot of us, are feeling the wrestling yet. It just feels like, okay, yeah, I don't know when we're gonna get out of it. Maybe Money in the Bank, but WWE right now is rushing a lot of these shows out, and again, like you got to realize, like the turnaround for right at the Backlash, you got Worlds Collide in June, but you got Saturday Night Main Event, which is like 2 weeks later on a Saturday, and then you have NXT Battleground, and then a week after that, you got Money in the Bank. So it just feels like you're just rushing through these shows, and it's like you're not giving us a chance to calm the fuck down. You're just rushing through these shows. I don't. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Like WWE used to pace themselves. WWE used to pace themselves with their shows, and now they're just rushing everything. It's like you're not even giving us a chance to breathe. So yeah, I missed that. I'm it's just because this shit is just going it just keeps fucking going. It's like okay, we need actual storylines that we give a fuck about. And I feel like this just right now, this just isn't it. Um, yeah. One thing about the Seth Rollins and Brian Breaker and Paul Heyman thing that they're doing is that I would say this. Like I said, I don't think it needs to be another person in the group. I don't. What I think needs to happen. What I think needs to happen. This is how I do a storyline with Seth and Brian Breaker. Everybody's like, oh, this is leading to clearly Seth and Sammy at WrestleMania 42. I don't think that. I think we're gonna get Seth and Roman at WrestleMania 42. I think we're gonna get Cody and CM Punk at WrestleMania 42. And I think we're gonna get Sami Zayn and Brian. Hmm. Sami Zayn and Brian Breaker. I will take for a backup Cody and Randy 42, Punk and Brian Breaker 42. Because Punk is actually still, you can tell when Paul hits, like, does something to Roman, he's doing that shit with attention. Like, he wants to hit Roman. When he touches Punk, though, you can tell in Paul's eyes, like, he doesn't want to hurt Punk. He's not trying to hurt. Look at the way he hit Punk with the low blow at WrestleMania. It was like, damn, I don't want to do this, but you're making me do this. But when he hit Roman, it was like, boom, bitch, like, ha ha, fuck you. Like, it was like, yeah, fuck this. Like, that's and people, for people that's also saying, oh man, but The Rock might come. Rock need to stay his ass in Hollywood. Keep your ass out of WWE. I don't want to see you. Don't want to hear you. Stay your ass out of WWE. I think, but this is how we'll book it, right? Like I said, I will have Brian Breaker with Money in the Bank. I will have Brian Breaker with Money in the Bank because I don't see who beats Brian Breaker. I don't see who wins Money in the Bank because this is what I'm saying. Because I think LA Knight. Because I see a lot of people saying Roman Reigns is going to fight at Money. He's going to be back for Money in the Bank. I don't see the point of having Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank. Why? When you have literally SummerSlam in August. Why? What is that setting up? I think this is what I think. I think you should have Punk and Roman team up at SummerSlam against Bryan and Seth. I think Bryan and Seth need to have a bunch of destruction before they get to that match. Now, maybe they do. Maybe they don't do Gunther and Jay. Maybe they do Sammy and Jay at SummerSlam. Sammy keeps the belt. And Sammy wins the belt on Jay, but Brian Breaker cashes in Money in the Bank. And then you do Cody and Cena at SummerSlam, and Cody gets his belt back. But Money in the Bank, I think LA Knight needs to fight John Cena. I think LA Knight needs to fight John Cena at Money in the Bank for the WWE Championship, and I'll tell you why. It's in LA, and I don't think he's gonna win Money in the Bank. Like, I just don't think he will. I don't think he's even gonna be in it. I think if you give me John Cena versus LA Knight at Money in the Bank, you can sell it. It would be intriguing. And you've been selling kind of like Cena and LA Knight before they got to that point, right? Like you were selling kind of like John Cena and LA Knight having a moment before we got to that. So I would not mind seeing LA Knight and John Cena at Money in the Bank in LA. Because I don't think you're getting John Cena as CM Punk before. I don't think we're getting John Cena and CM Punk. I don't even get John Cena and CM Punk until the end of the year. I don't think we're getting that matches at the end of the year. And I absolutely mean like almost closing up shop. Like, I mean, like closing up shop. Another thing is John Cena gonna stay heel the whole time, and that's another thing. I don't think John Cena. Because how The Rock has been moving lately, he has kind of fucked up the Cena heel turn. He has. The Rock has fucked up the Cena heel turn. I actually think now looking back at it, Cena should just turn heel at WrestleMania. It would have been way better. It would have made more of a sense. It would have because I told my family last night. I think the John Cena heel turn, the way he won the belt, and I said he hit Cody Rhodes over the head with the belt, and that's how he won the belt. I think that's how the finish of WrestleMania was supposed to go. But Cena was supposed to turn heel that night. Because I said that fucking ending sucked. It was stupid. It didn't make any fucking sense. But that's why that fucking ending happened the way it happened. The Rock fucked up everything. He did. But now you have to figure out how to get shit on track. I think John Cena's heel turn, despite what people want to say, it sucks. It sucks. It took too long for him to get on TV, and now that we've had we've had the reason for why he's done it, and then he turned on, and then he won the belt, and we got all that. Whoop de fucking do. It feels like a long ass continuation of a storyline that we're never going to get a payoff to. That's all it is. It's a long ass storyline that we're never going to get a payoff to. And if the payoff is just John Cena turning heel, this shit suck. It's not good. It sucks. The matches are not going to be good. So that's already a problem. I get that you're a heel, so you got to work a different style, but John Cena can't work a style regardless. He is not he's old, man. Like this storyline has sucked. John Cena turning heel, it's just not a good storyline. It's not. And I know people are gonna sit there and still say, but you need to give it time. I'm giving it time. He turned heel in fucking early March. I've seen enough. It's just not there. It's not hitting. The storyline sucks. And once you see another match where he cannot get over, the matches suck. The pace is terrible. And I get it that it's social media and social media thinks that they know what the fuck they're talking about, and they have no clue. They have no clue. This storyline sucks. The Rock ruined it a little bit, but this storyline really just sucks. It's not good. I know people was obsessed over this and Cena turning heel, and like I said, if he probably did it at WrestleMania, and now we're starting to get the heel Cena, then maybe I'll be a little bit more open to it. But since it's been going on for like 2 fucking months now, going on now we're in May for 2 fucking months, I can honestly say this storyline sucks. It sucks. It sucks. You're not gonna agree because you just believe that we needed this. Yeah, we did. We needed it, but we needed Cena to turn heel at WrestleMania. Now we can honestly say to ourselves, it would have been better if he just turned heel at WrestleMania. Like I said, we got this heel Cena in March 1st to be exact. He took too long to get on TV. Once he finally did get on TV, it was great, but it's like and then the match at fucking WrestleMania he had 2 weeks where he wasn't on TV after that. It was just like, what are we doing? And then you have a storyline that really has no payoff because if the plan was for just Cena to turn heel, he didn't need The Rock. So for The Rock to actually be put in this storyline, and that we now know there was never a payoff to come, it just was fucking thrown together. This storyline fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. I'm done already with the storyline. I don't care anymore about John Cena being a fucking heel. I don't care. You can call me crazy. You can hate on me. You can do all that shit. I've watched enough to know, like, bro, it's over. And storyline's stupid. It because you created a storyline out of thin fucking air. He was always supposed to turn heel, but the fact that The Rock put his stupid ass in his story has made it worse. Because at least if he would have done that heel turn at WrestleMania, I would be like, you know what? Give it some time. Let's see how it looks. It's been 2 months, and I can honestly say that was the dumbest fucking thing I've seen. The Rock should have never put his ass in the storyline, man. He fucked up with the storyline. John Cena's heel turn. He's talking about something. I didn't want to make this all about me. I wanted The Rock to go off, and John Cena. He talking about something. I want John Cena to be his own man, and I wanted John Cena's heel turn to be all on him. That died the moment you jumped your ass into the storyline. Now it feels like you're just doing a storyline with no fucking payoff. And we know it's never going to be a payoff because the fucking Rock said it wasn't. It just doesn't make any logical sense. I am not. Once this match with Randy Orton happens over Backlash, you guys finally say, "All right, this shit was kind of boring." You're gonna stop saying this heel turn was great, because it's not. It was a great moment, but the story moving forward has sucked. The story moving forward has sucked. It sucked. The story moving forward has not been great. The promos with Cody was awesome, but then we got, like I said, when the match was gonna happen, I said this match is still gonna fucking suck. 'Cause you still have to have John Cena wrestle, and it's exactly what I thought. I'm done. I'm already done with the story. I don't wanna see it. I'm sorry to a lot of people. I know a lot of people are like, no, this gotta play out still. No, it doesn't. It's over. I'm not saying turn Cena back face or anything like that, but I'm to the point now where I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't mind if John Cena retired sooner. That's just me being 100. I love John Cena. John Cena is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. But I would not be mad if John Cena retired sooner. Not even in the slightest. I wouldn't even be mad. If John Cena was to retire sooner, I'd be okay with it because I'm like, okay, at least I know we're gonna get a new champion and we're gonna get some new stars out of this shit. Good. Push these people that you already have on the roster. Once you get the John Cena Randy Orton match, you might get the CM Punk John Cena match, maybe a rematch with him and Cody. There's nothing else that I want to see from John Cena. I don't want to see him and AJ Styles. I don't want to see him and Logan Paul. I don't want to see none of this shit. I just want this shit to be over. Like outside of the nostalgia, we're getting him and Randy, great. Give me him and CM Punk, and give me Cody and him again. He can retire soon. I don't want to see him do a whole year. I'm done. I'm done. I know it sounds so bad, but it's just the truth. The Rock ruined this man's storyline. He ruined it. He ruined his fucking storyline because he's an obsessive asshole. He's a fucking narcissist. He needs the spotlight on him. He fucked up this man's storyline. And then you got the fucking balls to sit there and tell everybody, like, oh, I wanted it to be on John Cena. That's why I jumped out of the story. Bitch, you started it. John Cena could turn heel at fucking WrestleMania. And we would have been like, okay, now this is different. But for a month, we now know there's a storyline that will never be paid the fuck off because you jumped in the storyline just to fuck up creative. So you can sit there and say, it wasn't my fault. It was Triple H's fault. No, it wasn't. It was your fucking fault. And I would never let these punk ass fanboys try to tell me any different. It was your fucking fault, and it was always your fucking fault. You should have never been in this storyline. You fucked up this storyline because you are a narcissistic asshole, and you fucked up the storyline. John Cena's heel turn now just feels like it's just something. He can do his job. John Cena is one of the greatest to ever do it. He can figure it out. But this heel turn sucks. He needs to do something to get back in charge. Him and R-Truth had a segment backstage at SmackDown. Great, whoop de doo. But if he doesn't do something to make me feel like, okay, he's a fucking heel, I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I'm to the point now where it's just like this heel turn got overtaken because of the dumbass Rock, and he fucked up this man's heel turn. And nobody can convince me that he didn't. He fucked up this man's heel turn. I'm done with the John Cena heel turn. Until he does something to make me feel like, okay, he's a heel, and if it going out there and just doing heel shit doesn't make me feel like you're a heel. Like, okay, you just talking shit to the crowd. Great. Whoop de fucking do. Anybody can do that. What am I supposed to care about? I don't care about this. I don't care about this heel turn anymore. I'm done. John Cena's retirement tour can end at SummerSlam to me. He can end he can end the summer he can end it at SummerSlam. The Rock fucked this man's heel turn up. He fucked it up. He can retire at SummerSlam. I would not even care. I would be like, damn, Cena, he's done. I can't believe this shit. I have a moment, a grieving process, and after that, I'll be like, all right. I know nobody will say it because nobody is gonna, because you don't want to be honest. This heel turn is over. for me personally. I just think John Cena fucked up this. I think The Rock fucked up this man's heel turn. John Cena was always supposed to turn heel, but when you sit there and fuck this man's heel turn up because of your own selfish fucking reasons to just shit on creative for WWE because you don't like Triple H. Because Triple H decided to go with Cody over you last year because it was the smarter choice and it was the better choice. You still have not gotten over that. You got the fucking nerve to sit there and say, "Oh, Triple H told me he wanted." No, John Cena was always supposed to turn heel. He gave you John Cena because he's like, "Yo, John Cena was supposed to turn heel. We got a plan already in place." That's what the fuck happened. I can easily read between the lines. John Cena was always supposed to turn heel at WrestleMania. That was always the plan. The problem with that plan is the fucking Rock. He wanted what he wanted and he couldn't get it, so he decided to fuck it up. I don't want to see The Rock and Roman. I'm done with it. It's stupid. It doesn't make any logical fucking sense anymore. Like I told my family last night, I read the Roman and Jacob. That's more important, impactful to me than fucking Rock and Roman. That would actually mean more now than the fucking Rock and Roman match. Because that would actually determine what the fuck the future of the bloodline will be. It's over. It's done. Put it to bed. I just think this shit is stupid. Yeah, The Rock tried to fuck Triple H over. And that's his play. That was his play. Triple H had to scramble and tell him, like, we're not turning Cody heel, dude. We're not doing it. I know you're obsessed with trying to get back at the fans by taking their champion away from them and turn him heel, which is stupid to do. But I will give you John Cena because John Cena's already turning heel. We got to just turn him heel a little sooner. But that's how we're going to do this. You can't sit there and say you had no plan in place. This is how stupid The Rock is. He contradicted himself because you sit there and said he just came up with the take the soul shit on a whim. So if you came up with the take the soul shit on a whim, think about this shit for a second. This is what the fuck he said. I came up with the take the soul shit on a plane going to the show. So you telling me in a week, Triple H told you, hey, we can't turn Cody heel, let's turn John Cena heel. Really? Or did Triple H tell you, we've had a plan in place since October. John Cena's turning heel at WrestleMania. But because you're stupid and you don't understand booking, we're going to give you John Cena on a silver platter 2 months before. That's what the fuck happened. I could read between the fucking lines. Oh, Triple H came up with the idea to turn John Cena heel. Like it's a bad thing. No, bitch. John Cena was always supposed to turn heel. You fucked up the plan because you wanted Cody to turn heel because you just wanted to shove it back in the fans' face that I can do whatever I want to do and you can't tell me nothing. And then on top of that, you want to then turn around and say, I'm the good guy now. Look, I'm going to go take the belt from Cody because he's a bad guy. You corrupted the motherfucker. How is he the bad guy? How is he the bad guy? Make that make sense, dumbass. Like, it just, oh my God. That just was just stupid. It was so fucking stupid. Oh my God. Yeah, that's The Rock, ladies and gentlemen. The dumbass Rock. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. The Rock going on fucking people's social media pages and talking about some. It's all a work. No, it's not. You dumb motherfucker. We can read between the fucking lines. You stupid fucker. Bald headed bitch. Like we could read between the lines, dumbass. You have not gotten over the fact that the fans chose Cody Rhodes over you, and it would never. And that fucked up. That fucked up your ego. And it's still fucking. And then on top of that, to have Triple H not side with you on top of that, made it really hurt. And you trying to fuck Triple H over. I know the truth. The problem is, I hope people wake the fuck up and realize it too. Because you got a lot of people that probably be like, no, The Rock should run. And I had a lot of people in my comments last week talking about The Rock should run. Bitch, shut up. The Rock will burn WWE to the fucking ground. Yeah, yeah. But that's wrestling life. That is wrestling life. I'll be back next week, and of course, Backlash is next Saturday. So I'll be doing my wrestling life show, rating review show for Backlash. I might do a Saturday night main event, but then I have to do a stand and deliver the next night. So yeah, but I mean stand and deliver. Lord have mercy. NXT Battleground the next night. But yeah, but that's next week. Until next week, peace.